So conspiracy theorists seems to be the tag word of the year, I guess. But anti-vax are obviously clearly taking over slowly. I don't know what about not wanting the passport and all these control measures that are obviously coming in now, how that makes you an anti-vaxxer. I mean, yeah, I didn't have a choice, but I am vaccinated. I had the ones in school or whatever as a baby that, just tend to happen when you aren't old enough to make your own decisions. So there's that. So I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm definitely anti this one for now. Absolutely no reason to trust it. We've been watching our screens and their screens and reading and looking into it all for 18 months now, and it didn't make sense from the start, as you know, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm anti COVID madness all in. But the minute you speak up against any of this, you're just labelled an anti-vaxxer straight away. And the argument's null now, which is getting pretty boring, but I don't think it's going to get any better. So, as far as conspiracy theorists go, I'm going to throw one at you. It's not a conspiracy because it's all facts. If you listen along, play along, tick the boxes for the things you have seen. And what I am going to do, just to help out, is I'm going to throw up a news article for everything that I do say, with as much kind of not trash, crazy right news, but nothing too crazy left news either. I'm just going to try and get some articles or some kind of documents so you can see why I think this, because I've looked and seen it, and that is why I have these thoughts now. A lot of people who have gone along with all of this, I can guarantee you they still watch Corrie at 7:30 every night, maybe flip over to EastEnders for 8 o'clock on the BBC, and you got that shitty Farm one before Corrie if you're really desperate. And beyond that, they haven't really, the news at 10, the news at 6, the news when you're getting from work, and the news in the morning, all presented by the same people. So that's all the knowledge they have. But apparently, because their numbers are so strong, I'm talking about the vaccinated, they are the clever ones and we're the idiots. So blows my mind. But have a little think about this, and there's going to be a lot of keywords that I'm going to say here that probably gets this shut off Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff straight away. But I don't care. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I can't. I'm actually just really shit at swapping out words, to be honest. So the whole 5G infrastructure that's been thrown up. Maybe they made a little start before the whole corona epidemic, but they really nailed it down when they locked us down last year, didn't they? I'm sure you noticed in your towns how quick the 5G infrastructure got thrown up. So we watched it happen live, essentially. There was a map at the time, kind of talking maybe August, September 2020, where you could go online and find out where the 5G signals were strong in your area. And yeah, literally by the week, you saw it just edging its way down the M6. Now, I live quite near the Spaghetti Junction, the famous one. And yeah, week by week, we just saw the green line, which represented where 5G was implemented and put in. That was making its way down the M6. Like the Birmingham city centre was absolutely covered. But yeah, it was crawling up the roads.
So yeah, just a quick look here. We've got the 5G is going to be in purple, as you can see. This is data collected since the 8th of January 2019. So we're just going to scroll up towards the city centre, like I said. And it's all the roads, okay? Undisputable. I don't want anyone telling me I'm chatting shit. There it is. And it's the motorway, the M6, all covered. So, next point.
So it's all about this 5G thing. Is definitely a road thing more than internet, because we all want to watch YouTube a bit faster in our houses and or on the street or on the bus, whatever. So it's nothing to do with fast internet, not for your entertainment. So believe that. Your sat-navs obviously ran fine for years and years now. I'm sure like Google Maps and Apple Maps and Waze have all been going for well over 5 years, and they've always been fairly good from the start. So I don't think we needed any more internet for sat-naving. So I'm going to tell you what it's not even what I think it's for. It's what it's for, because it's everywhere and you can go and read it if you go and join all the dots yourself. It's not hard. But here you go. So 5G network has been rolled out nice and quick, and it's very much focused on city centres and on roads, motorways, A roads. That's where it's going. Look at any A roads by you. Every lamppost should have a little receiver and a little coil, bit of wiring next to it in a figure of 8. That seems to be the thing. And obviously all these towers that have been thrown up. So if you've got a ship building by you, they've probably nailed a massive mast to the ceiling. Because obviously no one was making money during these times. So if you can pay a building to have these masts put up on your roof, then that's income, isn't it? So obviously people really easily persuaded to have these things nailed to their buildings, which, you know, is understandable. And it's not the first time. It's not going to be the last time, because the next rollout happens, the same shit will happen again. But I digress. So the 5G, it's on the roads and it's in the city centres. Look up the Internet of All Things. Here's a little bit about it. And this is where we are heading. Everything's going to be internet based. A really good example that happened a couple of weeks ago was Amazon. Was it Amazon and Ring doorbells? I think they were going to link all of their Wi-Fi technology. In America, this was rolled out, and they did warn everyone apparently. But you've got your Ring doorbell, you've got all your Amazons, all your Alexas, all your little buy buttons you bought from Amazon as well, next to the log roll, so you can order it nice and fast. All of those things were going to connect to each other, so they can talk to each other under the guise of making it a better service for everyone, because everything talks to each other now and everything's so good and you know, compiled into how easy a life can be. So that's what they said they'd do. So now, so let's just say everyone on that street, all their doorbells are linked, all the speakers in their kitchens are now linked. So it's not just like they're spying on you, they're spying on the entire community now, and they can see the buying habits of an entire community, you know, the sleeping habits, when do they go out, when do they stay in, what do they eat, all the stuff, all the conversations. So now it's a massive network, and obviously we know how good the internet is at making subtitles automatically, so you better believe that everything you do say, and I know everything I do say on this video, will be I mean, is it a transcript? It's transcripted straight away automatically, and they are really good. Hopefully I can get subtitles on this and you'll see how good they are, because I've got a shit accent, and it picks up everything, all the dialect things, all like the kind of words that you wouldn't even think YouTube would know, like gambol. We'll see if that works. I don't even know if I've got subtitles, I'm guessing now. But so that's where we're heading. I don't know if I've gone completely off topic here, but generally everything's connected via the internet, including your car, including all the phones and everything in the car, the people in the car. And we're going to go into Neuralink in a minute, rolled out by Elon Musk and those guys in SpaceX or whatever. So the things you need to look at, and then you can figure out for yourself if this is a conspiracy or if this is common sense, if you just happen to know what you're looking at and what to look for and what to read. So 5G's out, it's all on the roads, there's a law. So obviously we're getting to self-driving cars, and you know, we won't own anything in the Great Reset kind of model from the World Economic Forum, which is here. So we're not going to own anything, we're going to rent everything, and we'll probably just hire everything, and these cars are definitely going to happen where they'll be driverless, and you'll just pop in. It'll already have your pre-put in destination or whatever, because it's picked you up, so it knows who you are and where you want to go, and then it'll take you there nice and safely. And under the guise of AI and all the sensors involved in automatic carrery, it will be safer than having people on the roads, of course, because everything's linked. So the people will be the dangerous ones on the roads. So we're going to lose our rights to be using the roads, which is, you know, no surprise. It's they've just changed the petrol we're using in the UK. I'm not sure if you're aware of that world, but they've got rid of the old petrol. They've thrown out some new high octane stuff, which old cars can't handle. So you better sell your old petrol car. Diesel's going down the Swanee. If you've got, if it's not Euro 6, even though we've left the EU, we're still working on European models here. Then if it's not Euro 6 qualified, your diesel vehicle, then you can't go into like London for free anymore. You can't go into Birmingham at all those kind of things. So it's all happening. They're slowly weaning us off having our own vehicles, which, you know, I'm sure you've noticed. So next, we're in these automatic driverless cars. People have been phased off now because we're too dangerous to be around these cars that can, with millimeter accuracy, go past each other. So, you know, and the only thing that stopped them doing this before generally was the ping speed of internet and how things talk to each other. So running off like the 3G, the 4G, very good, but still not quick enough to have a legal, kind of a legally usable system where cars and all the information sent back and forth reaches its destination and bounces back fast enough to make an accurate reaction.
So autonomous vehicles will transmit data totaling 3,500 exabytes by 2050. And so for context, 3,500 exabytes is equivalent to 40 times current global wireless data traffic.
So, and in court, it would never have stood up because these things aren't so great, like the infrastructure we're having now, all the 4G and stuff. But it wasn't the plan. We were waiting for 5G. Anyway, so that's where we're heading. These cars will talk to each other of the 5G. What next? Let's have a look at Elon Musk and the whole Neuralink thing and the internet. I guess it's internet-based satellites. There's 40,000 of them the last time I checked.
Satellites hurtling into the sky. And over the next few decades, Elon Musk is hoping to send 42,000 of these satellites to space, 15 times the number of operational satellites in orbit today. It's part of Starlink, the expansive constellation from Musk and SpaceX that hopes to bring the world low-latency, high-speed internet, promising no more buffering and nearly instantaneous internet in every corner of the world.
And thousands have already gone up. There's videos of them being spun off like a kind of rocket thing that goes up and then lets them all go and they spin off in a great line. And obviously, I think last year is when this really kicked off, so you could see the trails of the new satellites and they'll slowly spread out. And then eventually, here's a link. They're all going to literally be around the globe in a big system, crisscrossy web system.
And if you do that, then you'll automatically select satellites that are on the same phase of the satellite constellation. You get good paths, like these ones here.
Just like you hopefully just saw in a picture there. And that's the world covered internet-wise, and everyone's linked. And it's really good because that means third world countries are just as better off as us. And everything's great because everyone's on the same page and information and communication is like it's never been before, and it's super, super exciting. But there is a catch, and that is Neuralink, which is, here's a few links, maybe a video. But it's literally an implant for your brain. Elon Musk and SpaceX people and all that thing, they're doing this. Well, not SpaceX.
It's full body motion.
Another question from Twitter. Will you be able to save and replay memories in the future?
Yes, I think in the future you'll be able to save and replay memories. I mean, this is obviously sounding increasingly like a Black Mirror episode. But well, I guess they're pretty good at predicting.
So, yeah, it's an implant for your brain. So you can be completely online as well and part of the Internet of Things, just like everything else. And no doubt, you know, you won't need a phone because you'll just think call and everyone's connected and you'll just talk to them through your heads. And then same for music, you know, you'll just think you want to listen to a little bit of David Bowie and it'll just pop on and that'll be really cool. And again, let's think about how they're going to sell this to the people as entertainment, not, and completely missing the point how it's autonomous control of absolutely everything and everyone, everywhere. They're all going to be part of this system. So add all of that together and tell me that that's a conspiracy theory, that we're all literally going to be controlled by governments. And it's going to be one government, because let's look at the Great Reset.
They've got us.
That's why so many are calling for a great reset. A great reset? That sounds more like buzzword bingo masking some nefarious plan for world domination. Hands up, this kind of slogan hasn't gone down well. But all we really want to say is that we all have an opportunity to build a better world.
And it's going to be one government, because we only need one power. And you know how they'll probably do that? Is a fake alien attack, maybe, which unites absolutely everyone on Earth, because we've got a common enemy and it's coming from the skies, guys. So that's the next step, which is kind of insane. But let's take the aliens bit out of it, and just look at before that. Just before the aliens. Let's go back. Have a little think again about why the roads would all be internet based, why everything in your house is internet based, why your internet's super fast, why the globe is going to be surrounded in a big web of satellites that talk to each other super fast, why does the world need to be connected, and why are they inventing a brain implant which makes you a part of this system. It's not a conspiracy, it's a fact. Catch the fuck up. Coronation Street is no good for you. And that's literally the message here. Just wake up. This just gets the ball rolling, this whole passport thing. We won't need the phone soon, obviously. I mean, there's already chips in hands. That's a thing. There's a guy online who had a chip put in his hand just so he could sign into his LinkedIn wirelessly on other people's phones. Absolutely fucking retarded. And it's all happening. Catch up. Wake up. Because we're heading somewhere fucking weird. And we learn this shit in history. There's always there's blips in history where mad shit happens, and we all think, how the hell did the people put up with that? They did, or maybe they didn't. You can uprise as much as you want. Maybe this shit just happens, but at least try. It's not a world I want to be a part of. Is it a world you want to be a part of? If not, then fight for the one you are part of. Well, the one that they took off us a few years ago. But we need to bring it back. We need to start again. We need to get in contact, essentially. We need to start meeting up, because these passports are going to start stopping us from going to shops eventually, and it's going to be terrible. And I won't be bowing down to this thing, and I'm sure millions of you out there won't be either. So it's time to start communicating. I guess protesting is almost run its course now. So also 5G can be used as a weapon. Here's a quick one. So beyond that, keep saying conspiracy theorists are crazy, but fuck me, just catch up. That is the message. Thank you very much.